January has this quiet way of making you feel behind before the year has even settled. One minute you're excited about new beginnings, and the next you're questioning why don't you feel as focused, disciplined, or as clear as you actually thought you would. Everyone else looks locked in, and you're wondering if something is actually wrong with you. But what I'm learning is that the first quarter isn't actually about having everything together. A season of orientation, a season of trial and error, a season where God teaches you how to walk into the year, not by giving you all the answers up front, but by correcting you as you move. And if January has felt a little bit messy, uncertain, slow, or unexpected, babe, this video is for you. January creates this unspoken pressure to be clear, disciplined, and consistent almost immediately. There's a quiet expectation that by now you should know exactly what you're doing, what you're building, what the year is going to unfold. And when that clarity doesn't come as quickly as you expected, it's easy to assume you're already off track. Social media makes this absolutely worse. Everyone looks settled, everyone seems to have a plan, a routine, and a sense of direction. Meanwhile, you're just adjusting, still trying to find your footing, trying to understand what your capacity actually looks like. What we don't talk about enough is how unrealistic that pressure is. January is a transition month. You're just coming off the end of a long year, carrying fatigue you may not have acknowledged yet, and stepping into new expectations all at once. Of course, it's going to feel heavy, Sha. Of course, it's going to feel unclear. But that doesn't mean that something is wrong. It simply means that you're human. The danger isn't that January feels slow or uncertain. The danger is that you're rushing yourself through a season that's meant to teach you how to move forward with wisdom for the rest of the year. Not having all that wisdom right now. Okay? Slowly learning, and what God has been very patient in teaching me is the first quarter is not designed for mastery, it's designed for movement. We often expect clarity before we move, but in reality, clarity usually comes because we've moved. Clock it. God doesn't always hand you a detailed map of the beginning of the year or the end of the year. Most times he corrects us as we are walking. That's why the first quarter feels like trial and error, not because you're doing something wrong, but because you're doing something new. You're testing your pace, you're learning your capacity, you're paying attention to what brings peace and what quietly drains you as well. I've realized that some things only reveal that they don't fit once you try them, and so some plans sound right until you live with them for the next few weeks. And so instead of forcing consistency, God actually invites adjustment. That shift changed everything for me, because at some point trial and error stopped feeling like failure and it started feeling like guidance. It was God saying, okay, Nat, you've tried this, let's refine this. Or you've tried this, you've missed it, or you're close enough now for me to lead you. And that's where grace lives. That's that willingness to move, to listen, to adjust without putting that extra pressure on yourself that you failed, because you can't fail if it's just not right for you. So you have to do trial and error so you figure out what's right for you. For me, this lesson has shown up in very ordinary, everyday ways. There were routines that I was excited about that didn't even last past the first few weeks, plans that made sense in theory, and then when you started living them out, they just feel so heavy. And moments where I had to admit that something looked good but didn't actually bring me peace. Clock it. One of those things has been YouTube. Yes, I've had moments where I've questioned my rhythm here, you guys, like when to post, how to show up, what I want the space to look like. And instead of forcing consistency just to prove something, I failed Vlogmas. But anyway, I'm allowing this season to be my trial and error season as well. So just like you, I'm learning as I go. And I'm doing this in real time, not ahead of you, not pretending I've figured everything out. Before, I would have pushed through discomfort just to be like, I've done it. But now I'm learning that forcing something is often a sign that it doesn't fit in your season. Okay? Trying something and adjusting doesn't mean you lack discipline. It means you're paying attention. Trial and error is feedback. It shows where your energy flows naturally and where you're operating from pressure instead of purpose. And when you listen to that feedback, you actually stop fighting your life and you start working with your life. So some things were ideas, not assignments. Some habits were needed for reshaping. Some expectations needed softening. And none of that means that we're behind. It simply means we're learning. Okay? So don't put too much pressure on yourself. We are simply learning to adjust and we're walking with the pace. So, if you're watching this and January hasn't gone the way that you imagined, if your routine hasn't stuck, you're feeling unmotivated, or the year still feels unclear, I want you to know that nothing has gone wrong. You're not late, you're not failing, and you haven't missed God. You're in the part of the journey where you learn how to walk the year well. Okay? The first quarter isn't asking you to be perfect, it's asking you to be honest. Honest about your capacity, honest about what fits, honest about what needs adjusting. And that kind of honesty takes courage. Clarity comes after movement, rhythm comes after trial and error. Peace comes when you stop forcing what doesn't belong in the season you're in. So, let January teach you instead of just trying to rush past it. Pay attention to what feels life giving. Notice what quietly drains you, and trust that God is far more interested in your obedience than your performance. We're not meant to have it all figured out at the beginning, we're meant to walk, listen, and adjust as we go. And if you're in that space right now, you're exactly where you need to be. My name is Nat Navigates. Please like and follow, subscribe to my channel for more. I am just going to be giving you guys bits and bobs on how to navigate life. And so I will see you guys on the next video. If you enjoyed this, please leave me a comment, share with your friend, and let them know that January is for taking it slow. Okay? My name is Nat Navigates. I love you, but God loves you more. Love you and goodbye.